Hey family, welcome back to my channel. If you're not familiar with this channel here, we are strictly bringing news to the people for the people, okay? Now today I just want to go right into a case, or I should say a bar fight. This bar fight occurred at Pike's Pub in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and the owner of this location is Kelly Rost. It was 8 white men on 1 black man, okay? At least 8, I'd say. You can't tell because it's so rowdy, but let's go ahead and get into the video. And before we get into this video is strictly for educational purposes. We do not condone violence of any kind, okay? Disclaimer. So Indiana, what's going on out there? Have y'all seen this video? Check out this video. Did y'all hear that? I just want to make sure y'all heard that. Let me go back in case you didn't hear it. If you didn't hear that, and in case I have to block this out, he said, beat that N-word up. Either beat that N-word up or get that N-word up. Can't tell, but he's definitely is throwing around racial slurs, okay? Just wanted to call that out for y'all, okay? Let's go back and watch the entire video. It ain't that long. Also, watch how they're punching him at the end and trying to choke him. Now let's take a look at a couple of still pictures that I was able to grab from the video, okay? Look how he got his arm around his neck in a chokehold with the other guy practically laying right on top of him, all right? And then look at this second picture here. If you can't make out what this is, don't worry about it, I got you. That's a man's leg kicking the black man in the face. So that black long strip you see over the white t-shirt, that's a man's leg, okay? And then next, look at this picture. This man is fighting for his life. Could you imagine the fear that he was in? You got all these people around jumping on him. You got another man standing across the way. I don't know if you've seen him, but he had the chair. He was aiming the chair, about to hit him with it. Why? There was already 3 or 4 men on top of him already. And then you got people standing around just yelling and being loud and yelling racial slurs and stuff. Could you imagine the fear this man was in? Now this last clip, it's easier when you watch the video, but this picture shows at the end how a man started choking him right from behind. And you know what? That's why that lady stopped filming, because she said, you know what? This is about to turn into a murder. This is a straight up hate crime and should be treated as such. I would sue the bar for negligence, because where's security at? Where's security? They let all of these people jump on this man. All of these people, they really could have killed this man, y'all. They could have killed this man. So let's go ahead and get into some comments that I have seen on other videos posting this. You know, I like to see other people's perspective, especially the folks, okay? Let's go ahead and see what they're saying about the situation. And let's read some more information about this motorcycle club called the Outlaws, all right? All right, y'all, so I won't call out which channel or which YouTube channel this is, but I just want to show you some comments from the folks, okay? So the first comment states, he tried walking out on his bar tab and in a biker bar, not smart. Next comment, considering it is standard practice that anytime someone is giving a beat down, they get his wallet and driver's license. So that his name and home address, what he means is so that they have his name and home address, he won't be dumb enough to try and sue anyone and he'll pay that bar tab. So it's interesting how he said it's standard practice. Standard practice for whom, sir? Sounds like you know these people personally. They need to bring him in for questioning. Next, it states, not true. He's a regular at the bar. He was about to pay his tab. Dude just got off work. Okay, that's what they're stating. Next, it states, nah, if he was a regular in good standing, none of this would have happened. Next comment. He mentions how you guys are always speculating, how you know, etc., etc. Next comment. I want to get to the important comments. You know how people can go back and forth on here. Next, it states, he walked out because the Outlaws were putting their drinks on his tab, and he said he wasn't gonna pay for their drinks. A witness came forward. That's what they saying. I don't know. I haven't found the witness that came forward yet, but that's their comment, okay? Next comment. His tab was wrong. They were putting drinks on his tab. He got upset, got unjustified beating. That's what another person's stating. So he's stating the same thing the other guy said above, okay? So that's what he said. And then again, they just go on and just argue, and you know how Facebook and these platforms could be. So next, I want to show you an article from Atlanta Black Star. Now this was interesting. There are two sides to every story. Indiana bar owner justifies brutal beatdown of black man by white biker gang shouting racial slurs in a viral video. Now what kind of title or headline is that? What kind of headline is that? There's two sides to every story. Y'all justifying this right in the headline. That's what, look how these people be. Letting you know right away what the article gonna be about. I'm choosing sides, letting you guys know there's two sides to every story. It's never justifiable being 6, 7, 2, 3, 2 against 1. It's never okay to be jumping on people, y'all, like that. That's never okay. Like, we get mad when the cops do it. Y'all regular citizens, motorcycle club, y'all not supposed to be doing that. Motorcycle clubs are supposed to protect the citizens in the area, but I guess not the black people, right? Anyways, let's go on and read what this article has to say. It states, a brutal attack on a black man at a white biker bar in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's kind of weird. So, white biker bar, they saying the bar is white? They saying the biker club is white? Like, what's going on here? Anyway, let's keep moving on. It states, at a white biker bar in Fort Wayne, Indiana, has sparked outrage after a video of the racially charged violence went viral over the weekend. Now, I won't read this whole article, but I'll hit some points for y'all, okay? It states, the footage shows a group of white men, many wearing biker vested labeled Outlaw, pummeling the unidentified black man and shouting racial slurs, okay? It states it was on Friday night, and this happened inside the Waynedale bar known as Pike's Pub, okay? So it states it happened around 11 p.m. at night, quickly drew public and local officials. It states the Allen County Sheriff's Department confirmed officers were dispatched to the bar in response to a call about a potentially intoxicated person who needed to be removed. However, by the time officers arrived, the fight had already been broken up. All right, so if you scroll down past all that unnecessary stuff, I never knew why news articles do that. Anyway, if you scroll down, it says the victim who was taken to an area. It states the victim who was taken to an area hospital in fair condition declined to identify his attackers, who outnumbered him at least 8-1. So now I'm just thinking about that comment the guy state. I wonder if these people got this man's driver's license and try to figure out where he lives, so that way they can try to intimidate him. Now I want to know, do y'all have cameras inside of this bar? Because, if I'm coming through as a lawyer, I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going on. It states, a follow-up investigation took place the next morning. And before I say that, let me go back to that. It said 8-1, y'all. 8-1. I couldn't count because there's a lot of people moving around in this video, but it stated 8-1. So it states a follow-up investigation took place the next morning, and authorities have since handed the case over to the department's Criminal Investigation Division. As of June 1st, no arrests have been made. All right? So that's where we're at so far. I just want to point out some stuff, though. For one, remember the title headline, right? Let's read the title headline again. There are two sides to every story. Sorry, in my head, that's what I hear. Okay. Next, it reads, a sheriff's vehicle remained stationed at Pike's Pub the next day as the investigation continued. Meanwhile, demonstrators gathered in a nearby nursing home parking lot to protest the bar. So I thought that was interesting because it said that the vehicle remained stationed at Pike's Pub the next day as the investigation continued. Do you really think this is for the investigation, or you think this is for protection? Because I think that it's for protection. That's just my opinion. These people all protect each other. That's just my opinion, okay? Because if you're doing an investigation, how long it take to do an investigation? You know, you can either come down, y'all hanging out, you drinking at the Pike's Pub while they telling you details. What's going on? How do you remain at the dang Pike's Pub for an investigation? That don't even make no sense. I'm sorry, that don't make no sense. But if you remain there for some hours, what do make sense is you're protecting that area. That makes more sense to me. Okay? So I just want to call that out. That was interesting. So next thing I want to point out, it states here, the bar owner or the bar's owner, Kelly Rost. Shame on you, Kelly Rost. Shame on you, Kelly Rost. It states the bar's owner, Kelly Rost, who was not present during the fight. Ain't that always the case, right? It's always another folk coming to the defense of them other folks when they wasn't even present. Right? You ever see them videos that be black people, white people arguing, whoever the case may be, and they always come to the other people's side? Most of the times they be the ones in the wrong. You ever see them videos? They always come to the other race defense. Always. They always come to the other person's defense over a black person. I see that all the time. So it's interesting that it says the bar owner Kelly Rost, who was not present during the fight, claimed the confrontation began after the man refused to pay his tab, though he acknowledged that officials have not confirmed that account. They ain't confirmed that. It states, she goes on to say, because it has it in quotes, there are two sides to every story. See how she just taking a story, but yet they said they ain't confirmed that yet? Ridiculous. And since when do you ever side with a person that's getting jumped? I don't ever agree with somebody getting jumped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This was supposedly 8 man on 1. What you mean there's two sides to every story? Boy, they make me want to say some stuff I can't say on this platform. So I just wanted to call out how these people be working together. They got the cop hanging out talking about he's there for an investigation. Then they got her talking about there's two sides to every story. Then all of a sudden he went to the hospital, but he don't want to press charges. And then we seen the other comment. He said, considering it's standard practice that anytime someone is given a beat down, they get his wallet and driver's license, so that his name and home address is information that they'll have. So that's interesting, right? Like, they always telling on themselves, right, folks? Anyways, the last thing, y'all, I want to point out is this motorcycle club gang, we'll call them what it is. This gang has been in trouble before. So it states FBI raids East Side, Indianapolis. 42 charged. All right, it states FBI agents are on the scene of a motorcycle club of the East Side of Indianapolis. Now, it states FBI agents conducted a raid Wednesday morning at a motorcycle club on the east side of Indianapolis. Agents are calling it the largest federal bust of alleged gang activity in Indianapolis history. I'm not going to read the full article, but I encourage y'all to pull this up. Sorry if I'm yelling at y'all, but this just got me hot because look at all of this information they have on these people. Look at all of the names I'll get to in just a second, because these are all of the names of the people that they indicted or charged for these crimes. So if y'all looking for some names, here you go. I won't read this entire article, y'all, because it's a lot, and that's not what this video was about today. If you go on to read this article, these people were doing the most. They was hiring people to hit them, and they would have a bunch of people in the gang or the motorcycle club inside of the car, and they all go file claims. So they was doing stuff like that. Again, the article has a lot of information, but I'll just call out some key points. It states the FBI believes outlaws, members use violence and the threat of force to collect personal information, debts from individuals in Indianapolis and elsewhere. The members are also alleged to have operated an illegal lottery scheme in Indianapolis that trafficked in thousands of dollars a day. But these people have been in trouble before. They are at a bar. They called it the White Biker Bar. Okay, throwing racial slurs around, attacking people in groups. There's no security at this bar. They could have killed this man. These people are a menace to society. But look at how the folks protect them still. Oh, that's so sweet. So that's it, family. I just wanted to show you how these people are always justifying and making excuses for this type of behavior. It's never okay, regardless of the race, for 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 men to jump on one person. You get upset when the cops do it. Why would it be okay with you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Y'all think y'all special because you're a motorcycle gang? A white motorcycle gang? No. And then the protection these people have. Today, these people protesting against this bar, they want to hang out for an investigation. I don't believe it. I believe they was there protecting that bar. And then the owner, Kelly Rost, who was not present during the situation. However, she gonna say there's two sides to every story. Let it had been one of them, right? Be all over the news. Let it have been the Jewish community. The ADL would have been down there yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Day before it happened. They would have figured out somehow. You know what I'm saying? So don't let them play with you people. Sue that bar for negligence for not having security. You could have lost your life that day, sir. And you went to the hospital. Sue for your medical records. I'd sue the brakes off that bar, Kelly Rost. I'd sue her mother-loving tail since she think it's two sides to every story. Great. Were you going to be the second side added to this lawsuit? So that's it, family. I just want to share this information with you. You know how I feel. As always, they got me hot. They got me hot, family. Drop your comments, family. Go ahead and let me know what you feel about this situation. Be safe out there. Stay away from white biker bars, okay? All right, family. Stay out of them. Be aware of your surroundings, family, okay? And know who you're dealing with, because you know them folks don't like accountability. You know they don't like accountability. You have to know who you're dealing with, okay, family? Be safe out there. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And I'm tired of these people. You know what I'm saying? If I had a little bit more money, I'd start hiring some YNs. You know what I'm saying? Let me get out of here. Have a good one.